S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, thanks. We are about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Gun.
Check 49.
On first down, it's Newton. He's got it to Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Ready?
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6. Sit. Ready. Gun.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground now with Gordon. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. After the run, Newton going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Fighting his way, and I think the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking deep for Julio. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He may try to can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the 50, Newton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's got his man here. It's Green. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Now Newton on 1st down. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check three. Hurry.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mark 55.
Hey, Steve 6.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Able to find Harris, complete. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Gordon. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The kick by Joseph is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Newton. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there. First down. From the gun, here's Newton. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one now.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the...
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. On third down, here's Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long fourth and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Mayfield on third and 2. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Point it right.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
33. My touch.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it 24-13. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A toss play, Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 15 now. Newton. Caught by Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Mike 5-5.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. My touch.
Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he caught it up and picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They run with Hunt. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 55. Mike. Pistol. Hey, switch gears. 25. Hurry. 25. Check. Lucky.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
They run right side with Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Hunt going to run for it. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They fake the give. Newton. Got Gordon open, completes it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Great.
On third down, Gordon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of